Okay, recap for Wednesday 22/10/2025. This market recap is kind of early, right? It's only 11. Normally I do it at the end of the market, but I need to go to bed. And everything that I wanted for the day has been done already, I guess, right? So, coming to NQ, right? I came in London or Asia, just had a look at it and just I seen what price did, right? So yesterday it goes to the rejection block, I think on the 4 hour. Let me just double check that so you can get some accurate stuff. Yep, 4 hour rejection block, 1 hour rejection block as well, right? So I'm bearish until this high is taken, right? So you see we go here, respect all the way up in the gap. This Asia starts, London goes up, creates relative equal highs, right? I'm still bearish even though we have the relative equal highs and regular trading relative equal highs, you know what I'm saying? Because yesterday didn't go to discount, right? And for the time being, I can see we're still generating relative equal highs. So at this point, in London, I was like, you know what? I'm not trading this. This is just garbage because I can see it doing both ways, right? And it's not looking that probable, even though the trade was there. So for the first time, I went ahead and just had a look at different markets. I looked at gold and I was like, you know what? We're gonna hit a gold trade. And it was so simple. Why? First thing is it was a bearish day, right? Like I knew it was gonna be a bearish day. Like let's just put this right. Tuesday, right? Um I'm gonna get to the lower time frame first to explain it. But on Tuesday we have a big expansion, right? And knowing bearish days after like big bullish days like this, when we create kind of a gap looking right imbalance will close, and if the low doesn't make sense to be the low, the next following day will do the same thing, right? It will expand. That's just knowing how price moves, right? And that's why I'm so good at bearish price action, because it's just easy to me, right? This is how I learned trading. I learned trading when we were in a bear market, right? So that's exactly why, right? This, even though this is a garbage week to many people, this was my best week, right? Because short, right there, that's Asia. I did not take that, but I think I took a bit of it in London, right? And took the long, short here, took that, short here, I took that, short here, I took that. I know when to short the top of the market 9 times out of 10 at this point, right? So when the market is bearish, I even took the short, right? So you know what I'm saying? I didn't take it all the way there here, but you know what I'm saying? I took it to this low, these lows. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, market is short. You call me, bro. You know, I'll get the shorts. Longs, I made few models. You know, stuff that work right now. I'm still like figuring some stuff out, but it's not nowhere near the accuracy of my shorts, right? Anyway, so goes down and then I go to the 4 hour. I'm like, what can we do? I see a 4 hour fair value gap, and I want PD arrays on the daily, so I take this wick, right? I grade it out. So now we get this wick that's graded out. This area was used, this fair value gap, so I don't expect it to go up there. So as you can see, this wick, and where does price go? Just shy of the CE. I think it just misses it by like whatever you want to call it on here, tick, whatever, right? So price goes up there, and like Asia starts, right? Asia starts here, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is gold moving so much in Asia, right? So to me, I just looked at the relative equal highs, the fair value gap in the 4 hour and the 1 hour, whatever, right? I'm expecting a market make a sell model. Just easy, basically, right? Goes up when it's meandering around here. I'm just waiting for the second time if it can hit it, and it didn't hit the what do you call it? The CE, and then it goes down slightly. I just short it, right? Because I know like if it can't hit it twice, it's very weak, right? So, and that's what I do here. Let me just show you. And because this is the first time I trade um gold, I only put one, right? I'm pretty sure the risk of the trade was honestly like $70. You can see up there I was like up like 1.1, but the problem is I wanted to enter two, right? Because I would like to take some profits, but I just said, hey yo, I'm technically kind of gambling. I know I understand the market, but I've never traded gold, so let's just not, you know, do too much. If I can get my 750 for the day, I'm gonna take it, and that's it, right? So price goes down, right? Discount. Well, you want to track it in the 5 minute time frame, really, right? So you want to see displacement first. This is how I see like forex, whatever, like gold, whatever they move, right? They kind of brain dead. They move in like one direction since like from London for like the whole day. I'm surprised this is stolen in New York, but like if you can see like from 250 whatever, right? As you can see, this trade 250 as well. Like I know the macro in London for it to move, right? And it'll just go one directional. Like if I can find whatever 250 here, one directional for the day, right? Until like some sort of thing. So I'm still expecting it to go lower, right? Because this was my TP right here, these relative equal lows, right? I know it's a bit much, but hey, it's first time trading gold, so I was just pushing my luck and seeing how. Alright, let's explain how you read the order flow. Go down 5 minute here. I kept the discount so I can just show it in the video. Right, we expect it to go to discount, goes to discount, sells off. Right, this whole range now from this high to this low. Right, we want price to go to discount. We have a 5 minute fair value gap. We don't care about this one. Discount closing below midpoint. Kind of meander off and sell off. Oh, okay. And then now down here we go ahead and mark discount again from this high, right? That goes for the swing. And then now let's drop down to the 1 minute. Now that I know we took the third leg, there is a high possibility of us retracing and like taking a high, right? Because we like at premium now, right? Or discount or whatever you want to call it, right? If you want to short, but I'll still call it premium, right? Basically, we're expensive or cheap, whatever, man. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying? Um, so I'm just watching what price does, goes to discount, goes down, and then perfectly stops at the low of the daily fair value gap. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a little faint line here. You can see, and then goes all the way up to the upper quadrant, right? I understand this is a manipulation and this is a fake move. However, if I'm wrong, at least I need to get what I said for the day was my 750 for the day. However, I try to be cute with the stop loss, right? Because I know I should put the stop loss at the high. I put it right here. And guess what? I get hit by one tick on the same tick, right? It takes me out and then goes down. Why did I have it there? Because I wasn't watching price. By the time price was here or something, I had to go out. I had to leave. So I was not watching price. I thought it was pretty safe here. And if it came to it, it doesn't matter. I get my 750 for the day. Regardless, it comes all the way back down and then it takes these relative equal lows and now creating another set of relative equal lows, which I still don't expect to be safe and expect it to like explode lower. However, if I had entered like normal risk, maybe entered with 2 or 3, whatever you call it, gold contracts, this would have been an easy, like, I think down here it was like up 1k, 1.2k. So like around here was like 1.4, I think. So like I would have definitely took one off here at these lows. I would have definitely not cared about somewhat. So let's just say 3 to like 5k if the last TP hits. And I was copy trading that, so that would have been nice. That would have been nice on the accounts, right? 5k per account. not too bad. Anyway, that was the gold trade. It actually moved pretty clean, and yeah, I wouldn't expect to trade gold again anytime soon. Why? The only reason I traded it is because it's short. However, it's actually pretty easy to trade looking at it. I might actually just start doing like low risk trades at gold because I can easily find the low of the day, and it's kind of brain dead when once you find it, it just goes in one direction, and most of the time it's bullish, right? Except these last 2 days, and let me explain why. So on the 15 minute, I can see us going, we create relative equal highs, did a kind of fake drop, and then went up and took it, and then made the real drop. And doing a standard deviation of this, the 2 and the 2.5, so like let's say right there, and we need the 2 and the 2.5. As you can see, I'd expected this to at least hit, and then 2.5 will make sure we take all this liquidity here in the gap. So I'm expecting this before even thinking of going back higher, right? So yeah, that's gold. And I know I don't really care about gold, but hey, for the day it printed, and from a very very little amount it printed. Basically, if I'm pretty sure, I call the high of the day, and unluckily got stopped out by one tick. However, I would definitely, if I was trading gold, right, and I had the confidence. To be fair, the only thing that I actually had that stop loss there really is because I took a loss yesterday, and I just wanted to like get the loss back plus like my normal 750 that I expect for the day, right? So let's get back to NQ, right? I just wanted more market structure. So I explained. Did I explain? What did I explain? In yesterday's recap, I did say I would like it to go up first for CPI to go um down. However, it became apparent to me on like early, and that's why I didn't trade this, is because it is gonna go down, right? And this is what I wanted it to do yesterday. However, it didn't do it. So I was just iffy about it, right? Because like once we create this, there is a very high chance that we could go down, sweep, and go higher. And we should see we went down and swept and went higher, but then went down again. You see what I'm saying? So I can't be too confident if the drawn liquidity, even though I know these liquidity targets that I have need to be hit, right? So yeah. However, one quick model that I know that would have probably offered, right, is discount liquidity PD array, right? So I know that should offer me at least 750, and that's all I want. So we hit the discount, then liquidity, then after that PD array, something on the daily. It's probably the daily fair value gap, right? I want any sign of reversal. So mainly I hunt this on the 15 second. Boom, we hit this. So now I'm looking for a reversal. We go up, then boom, we go down. And then, okay, first thing, we invest a gap. We invest the gap again, break a block. That's my entry right there, right? I know I would have entered this. So, what's going on here? Oh, I have to hit the paper trader. Anyway, I know this will offer me how many handles? 75 handles is all I want for the 750, and it offers more than that, right? So pretty simple trade, and would have taken that. As you can see, price went up to the midpoint of the 4 hour. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, right? And it's going down. The liquidity is under us. However, how much could it go down? It's pretty much unknown. Why? Because we have liquidity down below. However, like, how much is it gonna go down below? Because there is no news, right? So this is one of them ones. If you wanted to short, you can short and just leave a runner, right? There's nothing really high probability in your short, right? There genuinely isn't. Like, yes, this is technically a breaker, right? With the fair value gap that goes through the midpoint. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff aligning for the short. However, you can come back at it again and say that there is liquidity here, right? There's liquidity here. There's regular trading hour liquidity. There's like bunch of confluences that doesn't really support the narrative right there. And for you to be short in here is low-key gambling. I wouldn't say gambling, no. There is definitely a reason, and on paper I would probably take this trade, right? It's kind of slightly obvious. However, the probability of it is low, right? And I noticed that when I tend to like trade just for like the highest, most probable trade is the weeks that I just be winning, right? So that's what I'm sticking with, and I'm just taking the most high probable trade. Did I expect shorts today? Yes, but what tells me this will be the high of the day? Why does it not go to midnight open and offer that discount? Why does it only go to the new daily opening gap and offer that, right? I mean, hey, so then now I'd be looking at, okay, I'm waiting for price maybe to go, what, some SMT maybe at least. Do you guys see an SMT? I mean, let's just... Okay. There's an SMT for the bullish price and for the bearish, right? Mainly is these highs. Here, alright, there was this SMT, okay, for that. So I guess that makes sense, but to me, it's just it's not it, okay? As simple as that, it's just not it. And yes, there is shorts, and that's coming from me, like the guy that loves shorting the highest probable shorts, whatever. You see what I did with gold? That's literally top tick right there, basically, right? So I know what I'm doing with regards to shorts, and I'm telling you, I knew today was shorts. It's just not probable, right? Whether I expect it to stop realistically is here to fill this gap. I don't really see Wednesday taking us all the way to these lows. Hey, it could, but I already locked my accounts. I don't care, right? I made my 750 for the day. We move on. Anyway, I think that's enough yapping. Decent market recap, even though the market didn't close. I might make a quick one later on, but yeah, I need to go sleep. Peace out.